This is Count of Gotland.
Huzzah!
And I did purposefully go in yesterday to make sure I captured a proper save of the autosave, because the multiplayer would have overwritten it. Utari, thank you very much for a 27-month resubscription. Very much appreciate the ongoing support there. And also Burgon, thank you very much for the new subscription. Very much appreciate that. And welcome to the Mordlings. I6 Matt 2000 AD, Beyond Senka, and Enabling Barley, thank you very much for the follows. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. It's a shame that happened, but I guess stuff happens, so hopefully they'll do another multiplayer. Oh, I'm sure another one will be arranged, but there's only so much time that I can afford sitting in lobbies before I have to start doing something. Okay, so we are playing as Gotland. We have got an army down here in Germany, and I think that this was just before the big battle against the 1000. So we do need to fight that. We are already full in terms of money, so we're going to be heading home straight away. But there will be a battle here. We're fighting. Advantage is the same. I have an advantage of 26. Am I in charge of this? I am. They have 91% damage to my no penalties. So we didn't counter very much of them. There's only 100. So my 100 archers aren't doing a very good job at pinning down their 100 Lightfoot. Okay, that's good to know. We hugely outnumber them. Squish. And now they're trying to run away. Okay, battle is won. Our champions killed 212, which I think is roughly what they managed last time. One thing, battles. I know that my face might be covering it. I apologise for that, but there is basically no better place to put the camera. Like, if I put it in the top left, it's covering this. If I put it in the bottom right, it's covering this. If I put it in the top right, it's covering this. And other panels over here pop out to this side. So the best place I can put the camera is in the middle, where it is now. But it is in the way of battles. There just isn't anywhere better. Yeah, if someone wants to keep an eye on whether they actually get the multiplayer going, please do. But I'm not going to hold my breath. And like I said, I need to start doing something. Make camera 10% size, mini Mordred. I mean, I could shrink it down, but I don't think there's any real reason to. It's just the battles that it might slightly obscure. Okay, so we are heading home. We are currently overburdened, but that's okay. And yes, we are sailing. Good. Off we go. That was pretty successful. Even going after Lotharingia. And in the meantime, are we doing anything else? We're making a lot of money. We actually have a lot of prestige, and we're about to get even more. We have 11 champions now. Sweet! Oh, that's one of the champions that didn't get applied yesterday. Yeah, +1 from Distinguished. Aha! I think that might have been bugged, because we're now getting it. So we've actually got 11 champions in our force. Fantastic. Alright, let's head back. Chiefess old here, old okay, that's the wife gaining more relations because we are swaying her. And home. Biff. So I'm going to disband you so you can start refreshing your troops. And is there anything we want to buy or build? We wanted to upgrade the warrior lodges. Warrior lodges are already going. Can we upgrade 2 things at once? No, we can't. That's okay. So the only thing that I can really spend prestige on right now is more footmen. And I'm wondering if I want to get a second set of bowmen. And I think I probably do. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to have 200 of each. And it will drain my prestige. But that's okay, because we're going to be heading out and upgrading our units anyway. Since you need prestige to go to war, maybe raiding Lotharingia is better than safer targets. I mean, we are definitely now in the stage where we can go after Germany if we so wish. I mean, we could theoretically raise an army of 1,300 now. I'm going to wait until more of the men-at-arms have replenished, and then we'll head out again. New martial lifestyle. So we just got living off the land. I think we were going to get Organised March, which will give us the 15% extra movement speed, and then hit and run. I might actually try and go all the way to Strategist. I have a feeling that Strategist is going to be very useful for us. Okay. Organised March, let's do this. Maybe get some heavy infantry. I'm actually waiting until we get Huskarls. I don't really see the point in getting both, so if we just go to Sweden... It's not Sweden that we want, it's our Swedish culture. Norse culture, even. And then... How do they unlock? Because we already have the long ships. Oh, it's here, herds. Okay, so we're not going to get Huskarls until we're early medieval. And we're still a ways away from early medieval. So... maybe we could. We'll just get rid of them later. They are quite expensive, though. But we do have a lot of prestige. But that prestige isn't going to be around always. We only have that huge amount of prestige while we are in charge. If we ever have a succession, then we might be in a bit of trouble. What counters archers? Light cavalry. Not gonna lie, there's part of me counting down the days until Game of Thrones mod comes out for CK3. The thing I'm most excited for is the converters. Because one thing that I did absolutely love doing in CK3, well CK2 rather, is mega campaigns. It was the main reason I played Crusader Kings. For the setup and the change of pace for EU4. Some of your ancestors were from Gotland. Interesting. If you ever have the opportunity to visit Gotland, I would heartily recommend it. It is a really interesting place. Because you've got all kinds of Viking burials and things just littered over the entire island. Ranging from like runestones. And there's like a higher concentration of runestones in Gotland than anywhere else. Something like that. Don't quote me on that one. Plus you can also get the ship burials there. And then the city of Visby itself is an old Hanseatic city. And it's still got the old Hansa walls around it. And then in the city itself are the remnants of the Reformation. So it's the most bizarre thing, but as you're just walking through the city of Visby, you'll come across these old ruined churches. Like they're still just in ruins, like on the high street. Ruined church, ruined church, ruined church. And that's because all the Catholic churches got burned down during the Reformation and they never replaced them. So you just have these like overgrown ruins in the middle of the city. It's kind of cool. Champion practice. The clanging of mail and the clashing of swords rings in my ears as my champions practice their arms. I study them intently, trying to ascertain each one's particular strengths and weaknesses. There can be little rest for them, for as soon as the bell is rung, the signal for the end of the mock melee, the stable doors are opened and it's time to bring out the mounts. Today we're going field riding. Might gain a lifestyle perk. Or bring me my armour. I haven't ridden to the Quantain in ages. Mounted exercise. Ride for hours in the courtyard, ensuring my grip stays strong and swings bear down with force. I gain a small health boost and also prowess, so that one's guaranteed for 5 years. But a lifestyle perk is forever. Champion practice. A hilltop view. Freya glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. These could serve the outline as an enemy army, he says. I inform my champions as I inspect the battle line, preparing them for a strategy at hand. I should cut off diagonally and lead the champions into the flanks. Or charge! Which gives aggressive attacker, which will cause 25% more enemy fatalities. Or a lifestyle perk. I actually kind of like the idea of the aggressive attacker. Because what would the lifestyle perk be? Whoops, I'm pressing on all the wrong things. That's what I'm trying to get. Hit and run. My archers would get more damage. Oh yeah, I see why you're saying get heavy infantry, because hit and run improves heavy infantry. Yeah, that makes sense. Causing casualties. That's more useful if you're at war. If you're just raiding, it's not that much. I'm actually going to take this. Champion practice. The precision strike, the storm of hooves around me, the shouts of mounted warriors, their unyielding momentum. Riding at their head, it feels as if I am the head of a force of nature. This, however, is a force I direct, that responds to my every little order, that I command as if it was an extension of myself. Charging into the flanks of an imaginary army, my champions never straying from my plan. I know that this is how you bring utter devastation to the enemy. So yeah, we're going to grab hit and run, because why not? Next up would be Parthian Tactics. Oh, Parthian Tactics increases damage and toughness of skirmishers, which are light infantry. And heavy cavalry aren't a thing yet. So maybe we should expand our ranks a little bit more. Because part of it is, as long as we're not raising anyone, we're actually neutral prestige. Which I'm perfectly happy with. No, I think I'm going to stick with what I have now. We're going to raise our army as raiders. Oh man, we have over 1,000 now. Fantastic! Francia has got 400 men. Lotharingia has got 800. So we could definitely continue raiding into Lotharingia. There's just a lot of money here. Coach Duke, thank you very much for the 16-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that ongoing support. 16 months, nice. Finally, CK3 content. Huzzah! One of my favourite things about Mordred streams are the conversations about places on the maps. My wife and I are making a list of places to go as a result. Well, you should definitely add Visby to that list. It's definitely one of my favourite cities that I've visited. Put myself in charge of the raiders, thank you. I'm actually a little bit surprised that we haven't got a trait for that yet. Alright, so what are we raiding? No, let's raid this. Looks like they've already got raiders over there. That's a 17, that's a 5. And once this is raided, we should be able to take these two. And loot them. Fire and Blood. The settlement of Cologne, an important stronghold in Greater Cologne, has fallen to my raiders. We're going to be capturing the slaves for Visby. Although, it has occurred to me that if we max out Visby, which is actually somewhat likely, then the existing development is going to be a permanent negative. And I don't know if that's actually going to reduce the development over time or if it's just going to sit at 0. I would imagine it will just sit at 0 rather than being a perpetual decrease. And once we've got that, my fame is now high enough, development is going to be high enough. We do not have all of the innovations, nor do we have absolute tribal authority. How do we get that? Here. Aha! And in fact, we could already get limited tribal authority, which will allow us to imprison characters. Tribal rulers with non-tribal lieges may settle, becoming feudal or clan. Oh, that's only if we have non-tribal lieges. To actually get myself feudalized, we would need this. Or would we? Absolute tribal authority. Ah, independent tribal rulers may settle. So yeah, that's the new feature of that. And for this, we need... I think it's just ticking up over time. So let's grab this, because we have no vassals anyway for them to get upset about. Recently increased tribal authority can be increased again on the 7th of September, 893. So in 10 years' time. When we'll be 52, so it is possible. And that was another big cost for prestige, and in fact we're now generating a positive prestige again. Oh, probably because of the authority. Nope. High tribal authority, we can revoke titles, we can retract vassalage. But our vassals will dislike us. fine. Alright, let's go and loot this, and then we'll go and loot that. 10 gold from this one. And then we'll probably go for Berg. Oh, whoever was raiding it must have lost to the Lotharingian army. Oops. Let's do this. Hello. 1,300 soldiers. Cologne. I do kind of wish it told you the local strength. While in the raid mode. Okay, so I'm in charge of this. We are outnumbered by 100 men. They've got 100 light footmen, which are being countered by my archers. They're doing only 77% damage. We've got a +9 advantage right now. We have 11 champions, they're 5 knights. And my champions are freaking amazing, so... yeah, this is going to be a slaughter. Even though they do keep rolling better than me. Boom. We shattered them. That was acceptable. So, we actually lost a champion. Oh no. But the champions between them did manage to kill 282 enemies. We lost 57, they lost 1,335. Oof. If you tack up accordingly, does raiding time decrease? I don't think so. Mitch said he would try and reschedule. Yeah, that makes sense. Just need things to be a little bit more stable. And I know that Grugi was already submitting bug reports. Who died? That I don't know. Are we going to need to bring in a replacement? I mean, we do now have Einar, who's less than 9 prowess, so maybe we do. Mikolai was the 30. Freya, I think, actually gained some skill. I mean, the more that these guys fight, because they are characters like any other, they actually gain skills from fighting. So, yeah, it puts them in a bit of danger, but it gives them stuff like Berserker, Rough Terrain Expert, Blade Master. We have 2 legendary Blade Masters. And then Torbjorn, of course, is a Varangian. An ugly, holy warrior, aggressive attacker, tough soldier, Blade Master, Berserker. Bertil, if you weren't 54, you'd have some serious potential there, buddy. So yeah, they're all getting traits because of all the combat experience I'm giving them. Yeah, I think that the 30 was a temporary buff. Ah, let me set my army. That's already raided. Yeah, we're going here. And that raid only took 21 days. Oh, probably because it's not a fortified settlement. And we now have 37 ducats. See, now I'm not taking attrition moving here. Sometimes this just doesn't make sense, because technically we'd be in the zone of control of that city. I don't understand the attrition rules. Have I turned off the music? No, I turned it down because I was struggling to hear my compatriots. Audio. It's there. You can hear the cello. It's just a quiet song. Okay, now you're taking attrition. So we're going to sail. I'm going to go here. Yeah, it's annoying that even like going into a river takes 30 days. Like I feel like the embark and disembark, there's some kind of disconnect there for some reason. You know what? Yeah, we're going to start bringing in a couple of light horse and also armoured footmen. Oh, we're at our regiment limit. So we are. We can have up to 3. Do I want light horsemen or armoured footmen in that case? And when do I get my next limit? I'd need to upgrade the mustering grounds, which we're doing. Right? When can we upgrade this? Oh, we already could. It would just cost a lot. But it's also a really big upgrade. So will this give us access to another man-at-arms unit? No, it just gives us more damage for heavy infantry and skirmishers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete you. Wasting a bit of prestige in the process, but so be it. I'd rather have the heavy infantry. Okay. So I was thinking of the horsemen to chase enemies down when they're retreating. This stuff down here is way more loot available. Yeah, we're about to have a fight and I outnumber you 2-1. So you remember that thrashing I gave you last time? And now you dare come at me with less soldiers? No you don't. Oh, no you don't. Don't burn Essen. Where would you buy your awesome board games? Well, here's the thing. If I burn Essen, you won't need to buy it. Just take it. Join the Raiders. Have some fun. And you can play the board games on the long journey home. Ah, here we go. I can loot you. Captured Count of Gotland's daughter. Interesting. Looted. Now we are going to suffer some casualties going here. So be it. I don't think there's any way around it. There's a fair amount of money available. The Terror from Visby. For years I have swept out with devastating raids, bringing the full fury of Odin to the trembling world. For surely if he disapproved, he would have struck me down by now. Instead, my household sleeps surrounded by the stolen fineries of foreign rulers, and exotic slaves warm my bed. Truly, noble and peasant alike quail at my approach, and parents silence crying children with the threat that I will visit. Hey, we've become a Viking! Ha! Let them weep at my name! And I believe that this is a trait which can level up over time. It doesn't have the stars like education. But yeah, we have +2 martial, +3 prowess, 0.3 more prestige, and opinion of Viking characters increased by +5. Stein is well-known plunderer of foreign settlements. And I wonder if my knights are going to get that as well, because they are present during all of these raids. Oh, here comes another 1,000 men. We have higher quality, we have better men-at-arms counters. They're coming in with 300 footmen. We have 300 archers to counter them. And a +14 strength. 10 champions to their 6. So this is a better equipped army than some of the ones that we've been up against. But we mauled it. And another surrender. What are we at? We're actually capped out in terms of money. Oh, we're going to lose another 100 men going through here, even though we've just raided it. That's irritating. Alright, head home. Time to go. Ransom. Yes, I will accept your ransom. And in fact, we should take a look at the court and see if there are any other prisoners. There are not. Okay, details of this glorious victory. We killed 128 with the champions. And then this one, we killed 245. Their champions killed just 6. When raiding castles, have the defenders sallied out to attack your raiders? No, but that's the thing. Like, once it's raided, The garrison's dead, right? Oh no, it's not. Huh, maybe that is why. Which is probably why attacking rivers, then going back to sea, then attacking somewhere else, then going back to sea and attacking somewhere else is working relatively well. And that's, I guess, why the rivers are so much more dangerous than non-river areas? I don't know, I'm still kind of learning that system. Boats are free now. No, they are free if you're not a raider. And because we're in raiding stance. We are! Okay, so those armies are now rebuilding. I think I might actually grab another batch of heavy infantry, because we seem to be getting plenty of prestige. And we're probably about to spend a massive chunk of it upgrading our holding. Because that's something that's not necessarily clear that you can do, but you can do that. So we'll wait until our men-at-arms have replenished again. I'm also going to take a quick look at my champions, because we're going to be back up to the full 11. Roggenwalder is only a 5. I don't think he's really worth hiring. And then it was suggested that if we go to characters, we want to find non-rulers around adults only, men only, don't care if they're married. Religion needs to be Norse. And yeah, there needs to be a will join court filter. That was one thing which I did notice that Liana was saying earlier. And yeah, I kind of agree with you. And also on this screen, it doesn't show you their prowess. So you need to manually click through and see who has good prowess. Although you can sort by prowess, even though it doesn't show you here. So Dag, for example, has very good prowess. 29. Invite to court? No. Base reluctance, -10. You're apparently already in. You won't join. You won't join. Yeah, there really needs to be a join court thing. I don't think any of these will. Like, getting people to just join your court is actually remarkably difficult now. Unless you get them, like, married or something. So, the other best way of doing it would be just to put out a call for more champions, which will cost me 150 prestige. Fine. Will this stream end up on YouTube? Yes. Well, this part will.